Picture three mothers. The first is nervously rocking her 2-month-old baby on her lap, waiting for her name to be called, wondering if she is doing the right thing by having her child immunized. The second mother is forcing a playdate for her child with another 4-year-old who has chickenpox, hoping that this playtime has exposed her child to the disease. The third mother is sitting next to her child's hospital bed, monitoring the tubes and beeping machines, reasoning with herself that all she wanted to do was avoid the vaccine. Others had done it and their children were fine. Why wasn't hers? All parents wonder whether they are making the best choices for their children. It is better for everyone if all children from birth through 18 years of age are vaccinated, as outlined by the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. I will first define the standard of what is considered a benefit in respect to vaccinations. Then I will show how vaccinations benefit the child and community. And finally, I will explain what must be done to encourage the acceptance of vaccinations. Childhood vaccinations decrease mortality rates in children and adults, decrease healthcare costs, and improve the quality of life. Before vaccines, children died from diseases that vaccines now prevent, such as whooping cough, measles, and polio. The germ still exists, but children are protected by the vaccines, so we do not see the diseases ever, if at all. The CDC indicates that researchers estimate that every dollar spent on vaccination programs saves $16 in cost to society. Heinemann and Malone wrote that as well as the cost savings, vaccinations have improved the quality of life by drastically reducing the number of children that suffer debilitating and permanent effects of these diseases, such as paralysis, limb deformities, and brain damage. If even a small percentage of children are not vaccinated, all of the benefits proved by the vaccines will be lost, with potentially devastating results. The impact of vaccines in the United States, as reported by the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, states that in the pre-vaccine days there were over 175,000 cases of diphtheria, approximately 148,000 cases of smallpox, and over 16,000 cases of polio annually. In 2008, all of these diseases were showing 0 cases in the United States. The CDC stated August 6 of 2009 that smallpox has been eradicated and is no longer necessary for children to receive the vaccination. According to the CDC, if we keep vaccinating now, parents in the future may be able to trust that diseases like polio and meningitis won't infect, cripple, or kill their children. Since vaccines can prevent a disease from occurring in the first place, rather than attempting to cure it after the fact, the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease declares that vaccinating is a cost benefit. Vaccine-preventable diseases have a costly impact, resulting in doctors' visits, hospitalizations, and premature deaths. Parents lose time from work while their children are sick. The effects of many vaccine-preventable diseases require months and even years of hospitalizations and treatments. In the case of hepatitis B, the virus stays in the liver for the rest of the victim's life and may result in cancer. Some individuals are unable to be immunized because they are too young, too weak, or for other medical reasons. These individuals rely on herd immunity to protect them from these diseases. The Children's Hospital of Philadelphia explains that herd immunity occurs when most of the people in a community are immunized. Therefore, there's less opportunity for the disease to enter the community and make people sick. The National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease explained that before vaccines, the only way to become immune to a disease was to get it and, with luck, survive it. This is called naturally acquired immunity. In comparison, vaccines provide artificially acquired immunity and are easier and less risky way to become immune. Vaccines provide benefits that protect our loved ones. However, many parents question the safety of vaccines, thereby choosing to delay or opt out of them completely. We need to encourage all new parents to immunize their children. If one or more child in a school have not been vaccinated, everyone is at risk. The Children's Hospital of Philadelphia shares a story of a mother who was angry when her son contracted a severe case of whooping cough, and she found out that other children in the classroom were not immunized. She wondered why these parents' children should be protected by herd immunity when her child bore the small risk of side effects by being vaccinated. We also need to quiet the fears of assumed vaccine-related illness, which are unproven, such as autism. The National Human Genome Research Institute reports that the search for new environmental causes of secondary autism has centered on childhood immunizations given around the time that autism is recognized. The Institute further declares that no scientific evidence for a relationship between vaccines and autism has been identified. If we stop vaccinating, diseases that are almost completely eradicated would stage a comeback. The CDC explains that in 1974, Japan had 80% of their children vaccinated against whooping cough and experienced 0 deaths from the disease. Fallacies emerged that the vaccine was unsafe and no longer necessary, so by 1976, only 10% were vaccinated. By 1979, Japan was experiencing an epidemic of whooping cough with over 13,000 cases and over 41 deaths. The number of cases dropped when in 1981 vaccinations resumed. In summary, after looking at the benefits that vaccinations provide to the present population and future populations, it is better for all children that are able to receive the complete schedule of suggested vaccinations. The Children's Hospital of Philadelphia states that while it is scary to consider that a vaccine given to your child may cause harm, it is not likely to compare to the guilt and pain of a bad outcome from the disease. Although parents may be faced with many difficult decisions regarding their children's health and well-being, having your child vaccinated is the best decision a parent can make. Thank you for your time.